I'm just waiting for it to show up again. Oh. Don't get stuck. Man, don't fall over. Spikes for days. Another slide. We knew where we were going this time, though. I was ahead of it. You can still see the... Look at that. You can still see the plus signs from my burst scan from a completely different room. You can still visibly see the part where the axes come together to make something more distinct. I can mess up the plus sign a little bit by wobbling a bit. Look at this. Well, I'm here now, and I almost fell in this hole just now, so there's that too. I gotta be careful. Uh-oh. Here? No. Where do I go from here? Oh. Boy, oh boy. Being abstracted and blind doesn't make me any less concerned about heights in this scenario. I'm curious. So I was having those lag issues, and it's only happened once so far, but like I thought it was the number of dots, but look at that, look how many dots I get out of this. So maybe it's not that. I bet it's because that one thing I encountered was like a character model. And so scanning it with a ton of dots led to performance problems compared to everything else. It looks like if I ever converse to the burst thing, if I stand still and scan one spot for a while, I get a plus sign that's the inverse. Because I think the dots are selecting random spots to target, and if you stand still, it creates a dark spot because they're not likely to go to the exact edge of their 4 quadrants, which is the middle. But if you do the burst, they all converge on the middle, so they become overlap and get brighter there. It's a trip to see these things have like a clear like grid to them because of the burst. Oh, no. Death number 2. Feel free to keep a count if you want to. I don't know if I'll remember them all, especially if I keep doing that. Uh-oh, my dots are going away. Well, I know I can safely drop down here. This game has straight-up checkpoints like a platformer. Take it a little slower then. Is that what I missed? No, I think I saw that one. It was ahead of here. Keep this floor nice and scanned. That dot density. Alright. It would be so much harder to play this game if it wasn't for the part where they do the colors. Because the colors are really helpful at establishing distance of everything compared to us right now. If we didn't have that, it would definitely have... We definitely would have the unfinished swan problem. Where the screen becomes all black or all white. And then you can't really adapt. Gotta make sure I actually scan the floor in front of me before I continue more often. I want to have that same embarrassing death more times. I'm just waiting for it. What if that thing never shows up again? How weird would that be? It'd be super weird if it never showed up again, but I feel like they're setting up the idea that it's constantly lurking somewhere. Oh, there's a clean grid right there. How weird is that to look at? It looks like a two-dimensional image from here. Because in a way it kind of is. As long as I don't move from this spot. A weird quilt image. Like pointillism. Ooh, these jumps are concerning. I can't quite tell the dimensions of it until I'm moving. And in some ways, when you're moving, it's too late. Now that's trippy to look at, too. Now this is not... This is like Mines of Moria or something. Is there a lake down there? Whoa, hello. I did not see you. Talk about a kind... Look at that, that's why I didn't see it. You can't even make it out from that angle. The shadows that give it away. It's a human body of some kind. Or an impression of one, like a... something made to look like one. This is a trip. So this is concerning because now we're in some kind of place that had to be man-made. Like this is man-made or aliens, I suppose, but I'm gonna assume man. They said we're the first people to be here in centuries? Or millennia or something? In some great amount of time, we're the first people to come this deep. Is the door gonna close behind me or something? I don't even really see a door yet. Ooh. Yggdrasil, is that you? The temple must have been over 1,000 years old. I knew they existed. I'd searched for the cultists all my life. But to finally see it in person, to be the first. I love the burst scan, it's my favorite thing. I don't even care about its usefulness, it's just really cool looking. It's so cool looking. I think part of it is that it completely fills in my entire perspective in every direction on that screen. And then and so it's like this really cool, complete rainbow scan of the environment. But then also, the moment I take a step, the illusion breaks. And chunks are, like, this happens. The shadows are revealed. And what looks like a complete screen coverage becomes not that. Because of the nature of 2D versus 3D. Look at this place. As if you have a choice. So we've seen some sort of mobile humanoid thing, and now we're finding out that we're going after the Temple of Cultists. Great. Thanks, me, for putting me through this. Okay. That looks a little Satan-y. Don't know about you guys. I'm saying pretty Satan-y. Let's zoom in on that. Get some nice horn definition on that thing. There we go. I love the spray paint effect still, where if I do this, it's gonna have a like Satan-shaped shadow on the wall. Even though we technically don't have shadows, really. I guess it's still, since it's created by lasers, I guess it is technically a shadow, isn't it? to have the missing image behind it. Hello, Satan's shadow. A little hard to see. It's there, though. That's trippy. And now we have a 3D model of Satan. If you ever wanted to 3D print Satan, here you go. Have at it, internet. Getting slippery around here. It's having trouble moving. Oh, another one. How many are there? I don't like these stairs as much anymore. Is that another one? Already? Oop. Found a puddle. How unnerving would that be to be walking around in the dark and just accidentally step in water? Because, like, water's like the stereotypical shocking thing to suddenly have physical contact without knowing it's going to be coming. So just encountering it blind would be rough. Hello. This was where they performed the sacrifices. Oh, great. We've made poor decisions. The more I scanned around the altar, the more it revealed. Yeah, that's how scanning works in this game. An arrow of some kind? Looks like bow and arrows, and then those look like torches of some kind. No visible sign of like a body on the altar. Yet. Maybe they're just waiting for me. Place is huge. Oh. Railings. Is that for the audience? So we have an entryway, and here we have what looks like it'd be like railings so they can witness so more people can be in line of sight to witness the sacrifice. Concerning. We've got another upgrade coming our way. Straight ahead. Oop. Oh no. I can't wait. Those weren't there a second ago. Oh. Did you just jump off? Oh, weird. I think 3 people just jumped off the cliff. Map view. Whoa, that's cool. Oh, that's super neat. It's all my dots. I still own them. That's where I got the scanner at the beginning. Those are the early game caves. You can see the variable amount of attention given to different parts. There's where we got aperture control, where I was like, I'm gonna scan the crap out of this bridge. But then spooky happened. Which I guess was a while ago. The first time I encountered that shape. That's where it sort of jump scared me. So that much happened before, that much happened after. I guess probably been the majority of the playthrough has been afterwards, I think. That's a giant bridge room. There's the burst scanner, which led to a lot of going around this ravine. The chasm, yep. And we come up through here. And we encounter the Cultist Temple. Prisons. Concerning. Is this all that we know about that's ahead of us? There's prisons ahead of me and the Cultist Monastery. And the map brings up nothing else. I don't know if this is a map of the entire game, period, and that's all that's left, or if that's just the stuff that I've, it could be that all the stuff there is just stuff that my dots have technically hit somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if my dots have just barely hit those various spots. I always wondered how many poor bastards they threw over the edge. Oh, so was that 2 people throwing 1 person over the edge, I guess? So many statues. Here we go. That's a pretty neat grid right there. We usually don't get to get that close to the grid that's way off in the distance. Didn't entirely trust that shape, so I thought I'd jump. The cultists believed the cave itself was malevolent, that the dead could never escape. So then why sacrifice people to it if they can't escape? Their victims were doomed to relive their final tortured hours forever. Great, can't wait. 'Cause that's coming our way then. That's our future. No wonder people went mad down here. These are the prisons we heard about then. You can see there's a table, or a bench and a stool, I suppose. And there's cells in every direction. I have to be careful not to trap myself. Probably can't trap yourself, but I have to be careful not to get lost in a dead end of one of the cells. This is where they kept the sacrifices until they were ripe. They were ripe because they didn't give them deodorant, so like, they're just sitting in a cell smelling worse every day. Let's overscan this room. Always with the hanging fixtures. That one's like the back of how you generally would draw an arrow, and that's the actual bow shape. They're weird shape ideas. Honestly, they feel like they might be symbols from Darwinia, actually. I feel like I might recognize them. They might be referential. Well, I don't think we're getting back up if I go down there. Yep, there we go. Enjoy our new fate. Oh, that loops back around, actually. I don't think I can get back that way, though. Oh, here we go. Here we go. A lot of cells. So I guess I can review the map if I... Yeah, so you can use that to periodically to figure out where you're going, and we actually get a surprisingly complete image of this area from this view. Look how thorough my scanning is. I'm good at this. I'm so nice and thorough. A lot of stools down here. Which takes work, because like there's no wood around here, so like they'd have to bring it all the way down here so they can make all their stools. So we're on our way to the Monastery. That's the next stop, apparently. Not sure what exactly added it to the map, but we have it. So now we're on the catwalk we saw that's above it all. Yep. The floor safe, I think. God damn it, you guys established jump scares and now I'm still thinking about it. All this time later. You bastards. You know what you did. The cultists slept and ate here. Hopefully I'm not missing any of those. They kind of just show up. Like the monks who came after, they spent their time in silent prayer to an unanswering god. Okay, now we need to establish an end goal, because I can't make out where I am that well right now. It's also weird that we didn't just have all these upgrades with us when we came down here. We're just we're finding upgrades for our very specific tool via, like, happenstance. We should really be concerned about why there's abandoned copies of our exact tool around here. That implies that other people went on this exact trip, and that didn't work out for them. There's something on this table. Is that a chest? It's a straight up chest. Here's a chaotic view, all these roots everywhere. Can we even get through them? Seems like no's the answer. Don't think he'll open that either. Oh look, somebody put away their stool. Is there any way through the roots? Seems like the answer is no, yeah. I assume this is the monastery, right? Not quite. Looks like it's still higher up. Only I could find a way up to wherever that is. Oh, there's like a path that goes over there. Oh, there it is. It's not visible to me yet to make it clear, but that's where it is on my right, I believe. Oh yeah, there's a little arrow that says where I'm pointing. Little left. Here it is. Wow. The map totally works as like a functional alternate view that allows me to see stuff like that. That's a cool detail. And here's the entrance to the monastery. I like this. On my channel, it's been pretty clear that I like exploration games, and this is, well, not the most depth. It's not the most deep environment to explore necessarily. Well, it is pretty deep. Like, there's not much to it, but it's something new. A new way of expressing the concept of exploration, which is kind of cool. But I also just really enjoy the harsh shadowing effect you get from going behind things that you supposedly fully scanned. Hello? Come out, come out. Or don't. I'd probably prefer if you didn't. Because terror. Mostly terror, to be honest. Whoa. Oh no. I think that means he's here. Are graphical hitches spoiling jump scares, I wonder? Oh. The whole ceiling's covered in spikes. So there's a constant rain sound because they're all dropping water everywhere. Wow, that's a really beautiful visual, by the way. I just want to do it again. Just gonna wait for a moment. Look at this. Oh, the waviness around the spikes, too. This is neat. And I feel like something's gonna happen as I go across that catwalk. I don't trust it. It's a surprisingly long catwalk. How long they are. This place is just full of them. Oh hey, when you spray the water, the dots go away. They don't persist. That's an interesting effect. In fact, you get a reflection, it looks like, from the deep water. That's different. Oh. The interesting effect is that you can see the exact edge suddenly. See how much more that gives us all of a sudden? Like, it suddenly feels like everything just has a cheap black texture over it, which is not really the case. But it's just the fact that it becomes that kind of illusion because the water immediately has this reflection effect that makes everything look like a solid black 3D object that's in front of us, even though we know that they're actually transparent. And it's just that the reflection of the water is not happening on those textures, which makes them look like they're black. That's trippy. It immediately recontextualizes everything. It feels like you can see black polygons everywhere now because of the water effect contrasting it. It's like when I was talking about vision earlier and the idea of like even if you can't see anything, you can conceptualize. Even if you can almost see nothing, the tiny bit you can see will your brain will interpret it in some ways. Oh, the dots move with the flow. Interesting. Your brain always wants to try to make sense of what's happening around it. Oh, there's water in there. I've got to go in the water now. Oh. That's not encouraging. That's not encouraging. Oh no. That's beautiful, by the way. The water reflection. We're in trouble. Hooray, I can't see anything. Oh, it's glitching out hard. Oh, it went away. Apparently you're not supposed to get this wet. Whoa. Weird collision for a moment there.